Hi, welcome to Patrick's Tech Show. I'm Patrick John. And I'm Patrick John too. Today we have a Nintendo DS, model number NTR-001. The top half of the case has a piece broken off over the hinge, and the bottom half of the case has a piece broken off over the hinge. Because of this, there isn't enough friction to hold the top part of the case up. Oh. Because Nintendo doesn't sell official replacement cases for the DS, I bought a DS from eBay for $23.06. The case and hinges are in good shape, but the screens are broken. Oh. So we're going to take the good screens from the bad case and put them into the good case to make a fully functional Nintendo DS. As always, the first thing we're going to do is remove the power. The battery is hiding in this little battery compartment. You need to remove this tiny Phillips screw. There's the battery. Here's the first trap that Nintendo has laid for us. The tri-point screw. They're trying to keep out normal people like us. So we're going to replace the Phillips head with the tri-point Y0. Okay, so we're going to take off all 7 tri-point screws surrounding the bottom of the case. And I like to put all the parts in a bin so I don't lose them. Remove the bottom cover. Next, we have to remove these ribbon cables. Just pop up this plastic piece and slide it out. And pop up this plastic piece and slide it out. Now, the mama ribbon cable was trying to protect her baby cables underneath, but we got to get them out. So, for this, you have to slide up these plastic little tabs to release the cable, and then you can just pull it out. Looks like it was a good thing I didn't cut my fingernails today, huh, Mom? Next, pop off this antenna. Remove the 4 Phillips screws. I'm going to put these screws in another bin just to help me keep track of where things go. So we're going to remove these trigger buttons. They do have springs, so be careful. Just pull them out. Remove that spring, don't lose it. We have to lift the circuit board up a little, pull it out, remove the spring. Now, we can lift the circuit board, but be careful that these ribbon cables go through their slot, okay? And here's the next trap that Nintendo laid for us. There's a tiny hidden Phillips screw underneath this ribbon cable. To get the ribbon cable out, we have to remove this foam piece that's held on with adhesive. And then very carefully, I can't stress it enough, remove the ribbon cable very slowly because it has adhesive holding it down. If you rip or tear this ribbon cable, it's game over. There will be no video to your monitors. And now we can see the Phillips screw in all its glory. Remove the Phillips screw. Now we can pop out the bottom screen. Remove this little plastic piece so we don't lose it. Now that we remove that Phillips screw, we can remove this piece. Because both plastic hinge covers are broken, I could just take this bottom piece off now, but not everybody is going to have both pieces broken. So I'm going to show you what you have to do if you don't have both pieces broken. Next, we're going to flip it over, lift the lid, and there are 4 tiny screws hidden under these covers. What you're going to want to do is very carefully get in there and pry out this thing, this little rubbery thing. That looks pretty good. Take your time. You can maybe work around the edges. Look at it. Here it comes. Oh. It's beautiful. These bottom ones, in my opinion, are a little easier to destroy. So really take your time. Okay, that one got a little chewed up. Okay. I think I did a little better job on that one. Next we're gonna remove these 4 Phillips screws. You have to push it in kind of hard through this residue. Okay. With the screws off, now you can pry this apart. Next, we're going to pull this ribbon cable carefully through this slot. You have to be so careful. Pull the antenna through. And now we can remove these 2 tiny Phillips screws. Next, you can remove this plastic guide piece. When it comes to taking out the top screen, I have a tip. This top screen is harder to get out. You can't push it through like you could with the bottom. And if you try to pry it out along the edges, it is very easy to snap the plastic casing that rides along the edges. It's a little hard to see, but there's a little groove in there. And if you can get something small in there and use the hinge as leverage, do it very carefully, you can pry this out against its adhesive. Got a little part here to pry. Oh. And there we go. If you're in a situation where half of your case is good and you want to reuse that, then you can just push the hinge out through this little hinge hole there. And then you can just pull that out and reuse it. Well, now that we're halfway there, I don't know about you, but I think it's the perfect time for a snack. And today's snack is anchovies, flat fillets. We'll each have 1 serving, which is 4 fillets. While we're eating, why don't you tell them the story about how I was created? Well, it isn't much of a story, really. I was repairing my 3D glasses. I thought I would test them out with a 3D movie I had made. And while I was wearing them, the me from the 3D movie came out of the TV. And now I just keep wearing these glasses because I'm afraid that the other me will cease to exist. And that was Bellino Anchovies Flat Fillets, made in West Deptford, New Jersey. Okay, now that we've removed our screens, I'm going to give you the good ones, and you can put them in the good case. Okay, let's put the top screen back in. Put this plastic piece back in with the groove at the top for the ribbon cable. There are tiny prongs that line up with the holes on this tiny circuit board to hold it in place. Put the screw back in, the Phillips screw. Put the Phillips screw back into this one. Make sure this antenna cable is still going through this loop-de-loop of ribbon cable. Now we're going to take this ribbon cable and put it back through the slot in the housing. You want the brown side to be on top. And angle it through like this. And be very careful. Like I've said, if this ribbon cable snaps, you will lose your video feed to your screens. Put your antenna cable through too. Put this piece back in. Make sure that these screw holes line up. Put the cover back on. It should just snap into place. Let's put the screws back in. Oh. Put the screw covers back on. Okay, close the lid. Put the Phillips head screw back into its hole under the ribbon cable. Put the screen back into place. Put this plastic piece back in that the LEDs shine through. This ribbon cable has a bend that rests in this groove. Let's put the circuit board back on, but make sure all three ribbon cables here go through this slot. Make sure the antenna cable doesn't get trapped underneath. Slide the small ribbon cables back in. Push the plastic tabs back in to hold the ribbon cable in place. Push this plastic tab up and put your big ribbon cable back in. Make sure this plastic tab is up and put this ribbon cable back in. Put the antenna back on. This is a little hard. Just be patient and careful. Putting the trigger buttons back on are one of the hardest parts in my opinion. Put the spring back on over this button. And then you're going to want to put this bottom tab under your circuit board and the spring right against this little prong with a hole in it. Let's see if I can do it. Wow. Okay, spring on the button. Spring on the circle with the hole and the tab under the circuit board. Yes. Put the 4 Phillips screws back in. Put the bottom cover back on. Put the 7 tri-point screws back in. Put the battery back in. Put the battery cover back on. Slide these tabs in first. Screw in the Phillips screw. And now for the moment of truth. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's beautiful. Nice hinges. It's like a brand new Nintendo DS. Oh, I like it when the air conditioning comes on. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. As you can see, there are a lot of steps to take to fix a Nintendo DS if you have a broken hinge. Yeah, steps that I took. I'm not saying you didn't. You're not really saying I did either. Oh, not this again. What? You never give me credit for all the work I do. I'm trying to make an educational video here. I know, but when are things gonna change? Look, you treat me like I'm... Will you stop? Will you... No! Okay. I'm not gonna stop. Stop. When are you gonna start treating me? I had enough, okay? Patrick 2! Patrick 2! Well, I hope you learned your lesson. Oh, I learned a lesson. That you're in timeout for bad behavior.